Hello, this is you got Christian. I'm not sure if you can see me. I don't know. This is a new thing I'm trying to do something in another area. Now, thing that's just come to me. I've just looked on YouTube just now, and there's a comment from someone on the wrong channel, but cause I've got two channels on the wrong channel, but I put it on to my other one after I filmed it. But it was why did the First World War? Well, it was a Great War, but First World War, as it is collectively known, why did it affect so many other countries like France? Well, the main reason is, well, think about war costs money. I mean, America had it differently. But we'll talk about America in a minute. Like France, England, Germany in particular, but then again, that was the Versailles one that completely fucked them off even more. But you know, war, arms, soldiers, tanks, bullets, fuel, it all costs money. And obviously, because it went on for, it was like 4 or 5 years, wasn't it? Yeah, 4 years. That was considerably a lot of ammo and fuel, even though you think, well, what was the point? Because they never used any. The British just sat there, the British and the French just sat there in a trench going, yeah, I say, they were sausage cracks, they tried to kill us. Just shoot them back then. No, it's not. But, you know, war does cost some money because of all the classic nuances. Plus, you know, the fact that some of it was fought in the French countryside at first. At least that's what I think it was. And it moved into Belgium. And obviously, you know, continuous... that's a stupid bloody chair. Continuous artillery strikes, and also the mining of, you know, the minefields and everything kept going, oh, what a swallow is this? Boom, off they go. It was all the artillery, it just blew up the land and destroyed it. So I think even now it's still just sludge. I mean, you know, well, it is deemed unfit to farm on because, you know, of all there's possibility that there could be some unexploded bombs or mines in there, and because of safety, we don't want people to get their legs or arms blown off. That was the idea of it. I mean, the economy was completely shattered. I mean, as I said, it costs money, and obviously Britain and France had lost significant traders because, you know, they usually England was more of the we need to trade with every single country kind of thing, which is kind of what they're trying to do today. They're saying, oh, let's befriend all the terrorists and all the evil people, so we'll get some commerce off them, and yet all we get is blown up buses and blown up trains. But that was the thing with Versailles. Britain was, oh, we better not be too harsh on them. Be harsh, but not too harsh, because this is more about Versailles, isn't it? But because we don't want to lose their trading trust or whatever the fuck it was. It is like today. We're too worried about our economy to protect the good nature of the people, even though the protection of the economy is also destroying it. So, you know, it doesn't work. Then again, that's politics. Politics for me is a load of balls. And the French were all very, very pissed, obviously, because the Germans had invaded. I think it was in the 1800s. Or I'm no good with centuries, but around the... It was the 19th century, yeah. It was, I think, we learned about it a little bit when we did the First World War. As far as I know, they did invade them a bit earlier. About 20 years, 30 years earlier, and they'd actually taken, like they did in the Second World War, except I think it was worse. They'd taken everything, all the French were, of course, to hide in the sewers, and obviously the French were like, like, this is disgusting, sitting in this horrid mush. What is this made of? Seaweed water. Yeah. So yeah, and obviously that pissed them off. And then obviously they were like, we must fucking kill the bastards! Stupid Germans with their pointy hats and their sausages and beer. Actually, the beer's good. But yeah, they were not very nice people, the Frenchies. Of course, nowadays they're like, oh, we're going to the war, but we won't do anything. we'll just sit there, and the Germans are just the same. We'll just sit here and drink and smoke and fornicate with prostitutes. Well, that would not be a bit of a lie, but they do. The French and the Germans in Iraq and Afghanistan now are just like they were in the First World War, just going, yep, we, yeah. I mean, look at America had the better offer. That's why they had the boom in America, because they were selling all the weapons to both sides. So you understand that war is a good thing as long as you're not involved in it, as in conflictly involved in it. Like well, the Americans didn't join until 1917, wasn't it? It was in 1917. I mean, you kind of think, okay, what took you? Me don't know myself. I don't know. I don't really care. I think it's because they probably. I mean, it's like what they did. Well, no, the Second World War was easy to understand because the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, and they were like, "Those fucking wild bear will go blow them up." And Hitler went, "I'm getting to a fourth war on them." Yeah, very gay. But war does destroy economies because land was ruined from the artillery, bombardments, mines. Most of the blokes, because it was all blokes obviously, they'd either lost their jobs or lost their limbs so they couldn't work, or they were just left in France. So, you kind of think, poor fucks. Well, the Yanks weren't. They were like, oh, what? Off to America land to get the boom and get all the jaunty stuff. But then again, even that didn't last. It lasted 10 years and it got completely fucked up. Which might happen now. I mean, look at it. This whole country's in recession. It's the rest of the world. I'm thinking there's going to be another economic depression. It wouldn't surprise me if there was. But if there isn't, I'll be thinking, thank fuck. But I mean, there's one person who's in this BBC magazine that says, "Oh, I hope it does happen," or something like that. And he was arguing the fact that it was a good thing because I think it was all it makes us all restart or something like that. I don't know what he was all about. Help me. I was thinking, you sir, you've got a point, but you're a maniac. I mean, England. I mean, look at Germany. What happened to them after the Versailles? They had to pay millions and millions of pounds. It was like they gave them. I can't quite remember the actual agreements. Apart from they couldn't have an army more than I think it was like 100,000 or 10,000. It was something. They couldn't have more than that in their army. They weren't allowed no planes, no subs, no artillery, no tanks. Basically, it was just you're only allowed 10,000 men in your army. Fuck off. And they had to pay millions and millions and millions of pounds, and had to give back all the land they stole and a few of the other stuff that they had. So and there's like Poland was given the annexation, and there's like cut straight through it. So there was like a Germany there, a little bit of Poland, and then Germany, a little Scot of Germany, and obviously that pissed them off. They were like, the blast! And that's obviously what led to the Second World War, because, Hitler was like, I will, kill the Jews and I'm losing them. You can just imagine what Hitler would do if he screwed up. But economy was completely shattered during the First World War. Money, lost it all. Depression, fuck up. That's pretty much it. World War I affected everyone negatively, except America, because they arms profiteered. So don't know what this is going for. So thanks for the question, Mrs. Sergey. Thank you very much. Bye bye. See you later.